Hey guys, this is Alex Bennett on Above the Telescope, and I just want to let you guys know I'm going to do a tag with Kayla, and Kayla's right here.
Hey guys!
And we're going to do the tag called First. Basically, it's where we ask each other questions about our first things, like first kiss, first love, first blah, blah, blah,
Yep.
so and so. And if you want to see my answers, you can check her channel for my answers to some of them. And I kind of got long-winded because we shot that one before this one. But I think there's some good stuff.
Yeah, I learned some stuff.
Worst case, you can just click and skip and then be like, well, that's cool. I didn't know he lived in all those places, because I think
a lot of places.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, it's like, where's your first car? Where was this? And I was like, Hawaii, Alaska, Germany. So yeah, there's a lot of locations.
Yeah.
It's different.
It's cool to like learn things about the people that you're watching, because I feel like you watch so many videos about them or something, and then all of a sudden you're like, I had no idea that they had like 12 brothers, which you don't. But
No, I have 6. Well, family member total. Anyway, so
now about you.
Starting off, you can find that, by the way, below. Where?
In the bottom bar.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so first question. What was your first Twitter tweet?
What we looked him up, and it took a while to scroll. This is TARDIS, by the way, if you haven't met him.
It's my
And
favorite.
Alex wanted him in the room, and I hate filming with him in the room, but the first tweet was trying to figure out this Twitter thing.
Yes.
Trying to figure out how to use Twitter.
Yeah, that's what it says.
Yeah, it'll be up. You'll see it. So I had no idea. So that was a really clever first tweet of mine.
Oh, it's better than mine.
TARDIS.
And stop it, kitten. The next one is, what's your first YouTube video?
Is it? Okay. My first YouTube is called Hey YouTube, and I filmed it back in my parents' house, like in 2009, and I just talked about what I wanted to make my channel about,
Really?
and I don't think I do anything that I talked about, and it has like huge black bars on the side of it, and I filmed it on this like oldest flip camera I think you could get, and I like stacked it up on boxes because I didn't have a tripod, and I just edited it and put it up. So that's my first video.
Not bad.
I think I've gotten better, so at least there's an improvement, maybe. Thanks, babe.
Anyways, first person you subscribed to on the YouTube.
I think it was Juicy Star 07. I think that was probably the first person.
Juicy Star?
Yeah. Blair.
Oh,
From Ellen
okay.
Blair. So I subscribed to Blair first, and then I subscribed to Ellen. Now I have like so many.
What came first, Blair or Ellen?
Ellen? It's L. Awkward. They'll never see this.
Okay. The next one is, what is your first Facebook pic?
Well, it's actually a stuffed animal fox in socks. So it's like peeking in the frame. It'll be in here. So my best friend Lauren moved to China in our junior year of high school, and that's actually when I started Facebook. So I gave her a stuffed animal fox in socks, and I had a stuffed animal fox in socks. So we took pictures with our stuffed animals, like all over the places that we would have originally gone together, and we have like hundreds upon hundreds of photos. Maybe we'll include some so you can get the general idea of it. But that's what the first picture is, the fox and socks.
And do you still talk to your first love?
No, I don't. Yep. That's all I gotta say about that.
What was your first alcoholic drink?
I'm not 21, so I haven't drank yet. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
What was your first job?
I was a lifeguard, and I was a lifeguard up until recently, at the beginning of this year, so lifeguarding.
And your car?
The car I currently still have, a Toyota Matrix. It's my first car.
And who's the first person that you texted today?
My roommate. Because our lease is coming up, so I was texting her about like what we're doing and stuff with moving and everything, so.
Which we found our new apartment.
Yay.
And first person you thought of this morning?
You. Well, I had a dream about him, and it was like really funny. He put this like sorcerer toga thing on in my dream, so when I woke up I was like, I have to tell you about my dream. So
I didn't know it was in toga.
I told you it was like purple with glitter, like gold glitter sparkles.
You did mention it. Fabulous.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Who was your first grade teacher?
Mrs. Bauer. Yep, that's her name. She's blonde.
Married to Jack?
No, I don't think so.
What was your first ride on an airplane?
I've been told that I went to Boston when I was like 18 months old. So.
On a plane?
Yep.
All right. You were the baby on the plane.
Yep, I was a baby on the plane.
Me too. Your first best friend and you, do they still talk?
My first best friend was Sarah, and she spelled it C-E-R-A. And we're still friends on Facebook, but we don't really talk anymore.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah.
What was your first sleepover?
With Sarah. I remember sleeping over at Sarah's house. And I remember that we played like the entire night. Like we were really, really quiet and just playing because we didn't want our parents to hear. But we were like, we're staying up the whole night.
Rebel.
Yeah, it wasn't a good idea.
What was the first thing you did this morning?
I closed the window because it was really cold.
You did. That was annoying.
I hate how cold it gets because it gets pretty warm in here, but then it gets really cold at night.
What was the first concert that you went to?
Alan Jackson was my first concert, and we were really high up in the nosebleed section. But the next concert, that like I say is my first concert when anybody asks because it's funnier, we saw 98 Degrees and the Baha Men opened. Yeah, the Baha Men. It was a good time.
Okay. Your first broken bone?
Never. No broken bones for me.
No.
Nope,
No.
not a one. I'm very cautious. I'm a super cautious person, so.
Your first piercing?
My ears. But I don't wear earrings anymore, so.
First foreign country you've gone to?
France. I went right around my 16th birthday with a study abroad group that wasn't from my school, so I went with a completely different school.
Cool. First movie that you remember seeing?
I know I've probably seen a lot when I was like a little kid, but the first one I like distinctly remember seeing was Starship Troopers. Have you seen that?
No.
It has these huge like crazy looking cockroach bugs, and it's still gross still to this day. I hid the entire time, and I was just like shaking over there. My parents were like, why did we take her to this? My sister, who was 2.5 years older than me, was like, this is awesome, and I was just like crying under a blanket because they were like huge things that would like get killed because it was like a war. The humans were fighting these bugs, and they would just have like this green gunk blood. It was gross. It's still gross. So if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about.
Okay, so that brings us to, what was your first detention?
I've never had detention.
Goody two shoes.
Yeah.
First roommate?
McKenna. She is my sorority sister, and she and I lived together for like half a year.
I know her. Nice gal.
Nice, yeah.
If you had one wish, what would it be?
To have more wishes. To not be
There we go.
like
Okay.
yeah, to not be in financial need, I think would be mine. Like whatever I need to be satisfied.
Alright. What was the first sport you were involved in?
Swimming. I started swimming when I was 8, and I competitively swam until when I started college. So I did it for like 11 years.
So, what was the first thing you do when you get home?
I pet TARDIS.
You do. You always run like,
Yeah.
TARDIS!
Where's TARDIS? Because I always think he like somehow managed to escape.
And that brings us to the last one. When was your first kiss? And who?
Technically, my first kiss happened in my first grade class with Mrs. Bauer. His name was Kyle Foster, and we were in like centers, like where you would go from like the Lego table to like painting, and you go like you'd rotate. And so we were behind the Lego table, and he was like, "Hey, come here," and he just kissed me. He just kissed me, just right there behind the Lego table. But my actual like I want to be kissed first kiss happened in 9th grade at Sadie's. So
You asked the boy?
no, I just met him there. Playa!
So you stole some other girls?
You didn't have a date! I don't know.
I can't verify
I went
that.
there, I was very determined to get kissed because I was like, I don't like this. All my friends are already getting kissed. And I was just like, it's getting done because I didn't really count Kyle as the first kiss.
Okay.
Sorry, Kyle.
Sorry. Miss Bauer.
Just people kissing in her classroom.
So if you want to see the rest of my video, my answers to these questions, check out the subscribe button. Or if you're coming here from KAYLA'S channel, welcome.
Hi.
Subscribe.
Hi.
I'll just talk about more boring things, but more in an adult tone, meaning I drink. So, bye.